Hi everyone, this is another Godforge video. I have a couple of showcases today. This is pre-recorded footage, so I'm not actually in control of what I'm about to show. However, we'll go through it and take a look, and I'll just provide my comments and feedback as we go along. Well, first up, we've got Quetzalcoatl, who is a legendary champion. He's an invoker, and we've gone over this before. Invokers empower your allies. They will focus on healing. So essentially they are empowered healers. He's in the Order Alliance. We've seen this pop up before. Really cool model, by the way. Promotion. So promoting a hero is ranking it up to a higher number of stars and therefore a higher maximum level. So you can see as they're dragging the slider, it's climbing up through the levels till level 50, you hit 6 star, and then level 60 when you are 6 star. Now to promote, it uses a lot of those blue things, whatever that is. Promotion energy, perhaps. Autofill's working, I see, which is going to be really useful down the track when you've got lots of resources. Quetzalcoatl's attacks, skills. So attack, Serpent Fang is based on attack plus resistance, which is really cool. So as a healer, having high resistance is going to be actually really handy. Then we've got the core skill here, which places speed up 2 on each target ally. So increasing your ally's turn meter plus adding that speed buff, which is very useful. And then we have here the ultimate with attack up, sharpen, and accuracy up. And we'll look at what each of those does. Increase attack stats by 40%. That's pretty decent. Crit damage and strong hit damage. And then, of course, accuracy by 40% as well. So a really buffy ultimate. When defeated, everybody else is revived with 50% HP and initiative. Occurs once per wave. Bear that in mind. Bit of gear. So just a quick showcase through some of the gear here. Kraken gear, 2-piece set, 4-piece set plus HP, and 6-piece reduced damage. So extra HP and damage reduction. Tanky stuff, tanky gear. Looks like that item is on Lady Shock at the moment. Okay, bear set, 4-piece, increased defense, and then 6-piece, chance to block damage. So you'd mostly put bear stuff on a tanky character. A defender, of course. Here we have Awakening. So I'm not exactly sure how Awakening works, but it basically empowers your character as they awaken through the levels. So Petrify on the 3rd level cannot be resisted. That's pretty good. Awakening 4, your initial divinity is increased. And Awakening 5, Revive has no wave restriction. So you're not limited to 1 revive per wave. Revive on death is a bit of a strange one, but Quetzalcoatl is a really solid buffer healer anyway. In battle, we've got the different camera angles here. Just showcasing the different camera angles. Basic attack, Serpent Fangs, which can place Petrify on a target. Didn't place it then, but did a little bit of damage. Bear in mind that Quetzalcoatl is not a damage-based champion, so they're probably not going to do a lot of damage here. Switching from 1 speed to 2 speed to show the difference in battle speeds. Battle Arena is kind of cool. Even with the 3/4 camera, where it's slowly rotating around like this, is interesting. I might comment on that later. I'll comment on a few things. I'll try to keep it positive. Always bear in mind that it is alpha, of course. This is actually pre-alpha. So this is the ultimate. This is Quetzalcoatl's ultimate. Turns purple, and then all those buffs Boom, boom, boom. Massive buffs across your whole team. Top view. Single attack, basic attack. Just chipping away at the enemies here. Probably not the best showcase for clearing waves, but really cool to see what Quetzalcoatl is capable of in terms of team buffing and just seeing what the skills are and the animations for those skills. I think that's the important thing here. Those guys are really shiny, by the way. Very shiny armor. Oh, strong attack against it. Going in for more attacks because they did their ultimates. Bam! In for a strong attack. Darting forward almost like a snake. And then we have another attack. Bam. Oh, so close. The animations for this legendary champion are really good. For alpha, for pre-alpha. The model is so cool. And there we go. Attack up, sharpen up, accuracy up, super buffed. And then bam. So that was really cool. I don't know what else to say about that. I liked that they showcased the a bit of the armor. I liked that we got to see Quetzalcoatl in action, the movement, the effects, the kind of frosty looking stuff as it's buffing. Would have been better to have a showcase with a party to show what it brings as a support champ. Because support champs are there to heal, to buff, to renew, to revive, to empower. But all in all, I enjoyed being able to see a legendary champion with great animation and great effects in action. The way that the camera was moving ever so slowly, that's the kind of thing you'd expect when you've gone AFK and you're idle. I'm not sure how I feel about the effect. I'm not sure how other people will feel about the effect. Hopefully we can turn it off so there isn't this dynamic rotation while you're in battle. Fixed battle screen tends to give you a sense of more focus and intensity, I think. Right, next up we have Loki. He looks mischievous. He looks ready to bring the deception. His idol breaker, a mocking bow, purple daggers matching his aesthetic. The detail on this is incredible. Just his model alone, with the Celtic swirls and knots and the different, I guess, animal symbolism on his shoulders, fur shoulders, as any Norse god would have. Right, Loki's a disruptor, so he focuses on applying powerful disables and debuffs. Disruptors bring a means to take the enemy down a notch and prevent them from doing as much against your party as they would otherwise do. His abilities, basic attack, and then his basic attack is based on attack and accuracy and charms an enemy. So takes the next attack on behalf, I think it means on behalf of the enemy that placed it. And then Burning Hatred here, his core places Taunt and Ether Burn. So Taunt, they have no choice but to attack, and it does 25% reduced damage. And then Ether Burn, it reduces their chance to, well, it increases their chance to weak hit, not reduces their chance to strong hit, increases their chance to weak hit. So a champion that wouldn't otherwise weak hit now has a chance to weak hit, which is kind of sneaky. Attacks everyone and places Confuse. If they're under a disable, steals 10% of their divinity. Sounds just like Loki to be doing something like that. So Confuse, if we see this, attacks a random ally on its turn, doing 75% reduced damage. So you can just imagine stars swirling around, they don't know what they're doing. It's a bit like in Final Fantasy when you're confused and you just attack your teammates. Enemies under a charm that attack Loki instead have a chance to attack one of their allies instead. Ah, he's so sneaky. Yep. So we saw what Confused does. The Awakening screen. Ether Burn cannot be blocked or removed, and that's only on Awakening 1. Increased initiative, which means his ultimate fills up faster. Chance to reduce damage from enemies by 100%. So, half the time, if they have a taunt, they're going to do 0 damage. And then initial divinity increase, and then if fatal damage is inflicted, he prevents it, grants full divinity, and gets an extra turn. So, if you try to kill Loki, guess what's going to happen? He's going to land his ultimate. Showcase, different cameras and different speeds. He's a very shiny man, isn't he? Bam. His stagger back is a little bit delayed there. Ah, it wasn't then. Ah, it could have just been because it was 1x. So we've got the core skill here, his Burning Hatred, that taunts it and places an Ether Burn. And unfortunately, the guy resisted it. These hoplites resisted the... Well, they resisted... It resisted both the taunt and the Ether Burn. But he's a pretty hefty hitter, old Loki. Right, his ultimate's ready. Check this out. Bam, bam. He teleports behind them. Whack, whack. Hits them and then teleports back. Crazy. Alright. Boom. Ether Burn and Taunt. Really nice. So they have no choice but to attack him. And they're doing reduced damage. I don't know why it's jumpy here. It's jumping. It keeps jumping when it's another one's turn. See the little jump? There's not much I can do about that. Goes in for a strong hit. Gee, she's got a lot of buffs on her, doesn't she? Oh, his core skill's ready. And he plays Taunt and Ether Burn. Nice. So she now has a chance to inflict a weak hit. But she's dead anyway. And then the little bow at the end. Isolde. That's it. Isolde. Chance to get her when you defeat that wave. And then we see here that we also get... This is only floor 2, by the way, of Caverns of Chaos. Also a chance to get some armor and a hero spirit. I think hero spirits are used for ranking up your heroes. So when you reach level 10, I guess, you can rank up to rank 2. Well, that was both showcases. I like Loki. He's very mischievous and very sneaky. His ultimate looks really cool, where he teleports behind them and then takes them, whacks them with his daggers, and then teleports back to where he was. Animation-wise, looking really good, especially for Alpha. Effects-wise, looking really good. And hopefully I get Loki, because I'd like to test him out, where he can make them weak hit. He can taunt them and make them attack him with reduced damage. And if you empower him, ascend him, then there's a chance that they'll do 0 damage as well if you max his ascension, which is kind of cool. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed the showcase of Quetzalcoatl and Loki, and are looking forward to playing the Caverns of Chaos, or at least watching a content creator such as myself play through the Caverns of Chaos in Alpha Wave 1. I hope that you have a good day. I'll see you on the next one.